What is happening, y'all? Welcome back. In this one, we are going to go ahead and take on the Crystal Cave and Seath the Scaleless. So leaving the bonfire, we are going to do a couple things here. First of all, let's put on prism stones. Thank you for that. Feeling a little more energetic today, so let's take off this mimic. Very nice. And so now, before proceeding much further, I'm going to talk about something quick. So, as far as rings go, putting on the Slumbering Dragon Crest ring, you produce no sound. The idea here is that the boss in the area he's blind. So, he finds you by hearing you. If you have this on, he can't hear you. In my experience, it does seem to make the fight easier. But on top of that, and this, from what I can tell, is not confirmed, but crystal lizards don't seem to hear you coming up as well. So anyway, after leaving that door, we take a right, run over here for an item. You can go ahead and kill all the blue guys if you want, but they're just time consuming at this point. If you want the souls, go for it. This gold golem we are going to want to take out. Just like Dusk before, inside of our gold golem, who hits a bit harder, we have another pretty lady waiting for us.
It was you who rescued me. Why, thank you.
You're welcome.
I am Sieglind of Katarina.
Sieglind of Katarina, so that is Sigmar's daughter.
Terrible in there, but I must think of some...
He's going to exhaust her dialogue soon.
Oh, you wouldn't miss him.
Yes, we've seen him.
Well then.
And this is going to ensure that we meet her back in Firelink after we take on this boss. So anyway, oh, there's one more item over here. This is the set that the enemies inside have been wearing, the crystal set. And just follow the logical path down. You can just run past these guys. Unlike other areas, running past things here doesn't really seem to have much of an effect. And welcome to the Crystal Cave. So this is one of the more... I wouldn't call it a bullshit area, but it's it can be very, very frustrating if you don't take your time. And if you do take your time, and you still fuck up, it is extraordinarily frustrating. So, this little thing I'm walking on here, just this little invisible pathway marked by falling snowflakes. There's going to be a few of those, and most of them are fine and dandy, no problem. But one of them sucks. So, anyway, grab that humanity, walk down. You'll notice there's some moonlight butterflies all over the place. They are not going to be hostile unless you attack them first. They do have a chance at dropping some titanite chunks and slabs. Blue, to be particular. Anywho, follow the trail, and step on out to here where we got a message. So this one is going to be just straight, and then we're going to land on this slippery slope, and it is a slippery slope. We want this gold golem to start rushing us, and once he does, we will run by him and fight him on this platform here, unless he decides to jump off himself. But those are not an enemy you want to fight on this platform. It can be really slippery, especially where he's standing. I wonder if I can get him to... Alright. Come here, bud. Ooh, don't like that. Usually I'm more worried about him just knocking me off the ledge, but right now, seems to be... I just got lucky there, alright. Well, anyway. With him dead, we are going to take on some crystal lizards. There should be 3. You can drop off this side. I find it easier to drop off this way towards this message and turn around. Let's see. So we got 2 of them there. We'll quit out for the 3rd one. Schmack. Alright. So with him dead, this is the next point of progression. However, we are going to first follow the bitch of an invisible path, which is this here. So this one, unlike the other ones, does not go completely straight. It's mostly straight, but there is a bit of a curve in it. So we're going to just walk towards our stopped snowflakes, and basically these prism stones, as you lay them down, they're in the chest before we come into this area. As you lay them down, you can tell that you can walk on the spot. If, however, you throw it and it keeps falling, it'll eventually scream if it's a height that you would die from, and all of these are heights where you will die from. So if it doesn't land right in front of you, then you know you're in a spot that you can't continue. So it's basically straight up until probably about 10 feet from where we are. I'm getting nervous here. So I can see that curve off to the right. There we go. Alright. So, now I want to face this way. And these will make it a lot faster getting back too. So. Getting low in the stones. Should be just enough for us to make it like this. Pretty sure from here it's just a straight shot, but I really don't want to go through all of this trouble just to miss. Ooh. Alright, well that makes me nervous. Just got one more. See, it looks like off to the right. Let's just give one more toss here. And, man. Wishing I had a few more here, but let's see. So it looks like that's good. That's good. I want something to land between me and there, though. Here's good, here's good. Looks like I'm set. Alright. Anyway, get the blue titanite slab, and now we gotta be careful making our way back up. Alright. Now we should be good to just follow our rainbow bridge back. This is by no means necessary and is extremely frustrating, so don't feel like you have to get this, but we got it. We're good. Alright, that was probably the part I was most nervous for, with maybe the exception of Seath's tail. So anyway, we we're gonna walk on out this way. I see another message. This way is to the boss, but first we'll drop down and grab this item. I'm not gonna bother trying to fight this golden golem. Instead, we're gonna run to the top here, and you can see some more stuff. Don't go to the very top, but right here, and then it's a straight shot all the way back up. If you go to the very top, there's actually not a little trail, so I've fallen off that a few times. Anyway, from here we are going to drop back down. And now I like to just find a point and run to it. So, don't make the shiny your point. No bridge there. But right in front of me, basically, I guess if you line yourself up with a message. And run straight. There's my spot. Should have no problems getting all the way across. Alright, so all of the challenging stuff is behind us in a sense, as far as all of our little trails go. So from here, all we have left is this room of fancy clams and the boss. Now these clams, they can drop Twinkling Titanite as well as Purging Stones, which can be necessary as the boss can curse you. In my walkthrough prep for this, I actually, it was awesome. I got the Moonlight Greatsword within 3 hits, using the same build I'm using now, and then just went to town on the boss. However, right when I killed him, I got cursed. So it gave me all the souls and whatnot, but then I spawned in with half health. Anywho, these clams can be dangerous. Try to take them out one at a time. Additionally, if you run into the boss room, they will follow you in there, and the boss can take them out, but you run the risk of them attacking you with the boss, so. They can also be poisoned in just 2 hits from your poison arrows. Ooh, I don't like that. But we are going to take the time to kill him, because 1, we don't want him sneaking up on us, but 2, if they drop Purging Stones and we do happen to die, it'll make our lives quite a bit easier. So, looks like I got 1 Purging Stone. Maybe I'll get another from this boy. But see, he just can't hear us. We're so silent. Look at that fucking ninja. Alright. Nothing? Oh, come on. Alright, so in this room, we've got Seath's little immortal Achilles heel. And this is a little bit confusing, because as you walk in, you're facing it. Right? But cutscene's gonna play, and then as soon as we spawn in, we're gonna be facing him, and you would think that that's behind him, but it's actually gonna be behind you. So just turn around, knock that out, and then you can start damaging him. Until that moment, he's gonna be invulnerable. So we will head over here. I'm gonna let him make his way towards us for a minute, just because I want to have more space to get behind him. Now he's got 3 tails, and you want to go for the rearmost tail in order to get the Moonlight Greatsword. Now, with this boss, I actually really do recommend trying to get this weapon. It's awesome. Super good intelligence-based weapon, and there we go. Same as the walkthrough prep, got it in 3 strikes, so that's awesome. Hopefully I don't get cursed now, too. Anyway, usually getting this tail is the hardest part of this fight. After you've got the tail, he hits hard, but he's also really easy to hit. I don't think you can poison him. Let me see if they're funny. messing with that. Let him do his stuff and just go to town. Oh. That is not me going to town on you, sir. That is you going to town on me. As you're chasing his back tail, I'll try to cut it off. He spins pretty fast, so once you get around one of his tails, try to get close to him. That way the maths means that you won't have to run as far. Watch out for this attack. Basically gonna put curse everywhere. You gotta get out of that. That's what got me last time. Feel free to just wail on him, but make sure you're paying some attention to the attacks that he's doing. Because it's not necessarily the damage that'll get you, it's going to be the curse. One more should do. And he's dead. Just for shits and giggles. Go ahead and put on the symbol of avarice. If you haven't gotten it by now, don't worry, you don't need it, but it is a pretty beefy thing that gets you lots and lots of souls. As you can see, I'm slowly draining my health, and 72,000 souls. So normally I think he drops 60, so... not bad. And even leaves a little bit left over for a barbecue. So have a seat. Bump that strength up 32 or more, and I'll be able to swing that great axe one-handed. Let's see. Yeah, she's pretty. She's pretty. Alright, but for now, let's teleport back to Firelink. I'm gonna say a quick hello to this fine damsel.
Oh, hello again. Rico's managing. I haven't found my...
Have you seen him? Yes.
I'm sorry he's caused you trouble. He has a knack for that.
Just keep talking to her. She found out she's pretty twisted.
I'm sorry he's caused you.
Anyway, he is going to, or she is going to head down to the Great Hollow to find Papa. And we would like to do the same thing, so we will do that in the next episode. We'll catch you next time.